So that is actually a thing. It's called feather imping. Unfortunately, they do have to go under anesthesia for it, which for small birds especially can be really risky and just overall really stressful. So in the case of smaller birds like these, it is just best to wait until they molt again, which unfortunately for Pikachu is still gonna be another few months, because when I got him, he had been in the middle of a molt and the owners had already cut off most of his new feathers that he had. So they cut off every single flight on both sides. He already looked like this when I got him, and they for some reason cut off his tail feathers as well. Imping is mostly done in larger birds like macaws, and it really is a great procedure for larger birds like that. It's just unfortunately too risky most of the time and not worth it for smaller birds like cockatiels or budgies. The good thing is that for smaller birds, getting them flying again isn't as difficult as it is with larger birds. Like, there's not usually quite as much work that goes on into it because they tend to recover a bit faster than larger birds do. So Sweet Pea here, she was clipped when I got her. And I've had her for a good few months now. I actually got her right after I got Pikachu. So they were both molting. It's just she hadn't been clipped during the molt. So she's already fully flighted again. Her tail feathers are coming in a little bit yucky, but she's a bit of a baby, so she'll learn how to deal with that better. And Pikachu does have just really, really extreme anxiety because of his clip, and it's to the point where even opening a door can scare him so bad that he just goes flying. So I'm not able to leave him out unsupervised, even in a bird-proofed room, just because if he does jump, he could seriously hurt himself. So when he is out, it needs to be under constant supervision just because of how bad he is with the spooking. I mean, even now you can see he's just a constant jittery mess. And he is already a little bit on the older side. So because of all these issues, it's gonna take a good bit of work with him to get him back to a point where he realizes that he's safe again and that he's not in constant danger anymore, because he's just a poor little mess all of the time, especially when he's out. It's just glancing everywhere, paying attention to everything. And like, my mom was visiting earlier and she coughed and he just went flying. And it's just every single little thing is a really extreme trigger for him. And I would love to have him feather imped, but it's just not really safe in this situation, and it's just also extremely expensive as well. So we're just gonna wait him out, and he'll be molting in the next coming months, and then we'll have to work on training with him again. And Sweet Pea here is just a really, really great example of just how quickly some birds can get that confidence back and just be immediately up in the air again. Because like I said, she was clipped as well. She was clipped really badly, and just everything's back in for her. Like I said, her tail looks funky, but that's about it. And she makes Pikachu feel a lot safer. They're really close. So I'm hoping that, especially with how easy to train she is, that she'll be a good role model for getting him back to a healthy point.